Hello, I'm Jody Wolf. You're watching Expoz. Today is August the 5th, 2015 at 12:09 a.m. in Birmingham. Topic, Cecil the Lion. I know every one of you by now have heard the story how the dentist lured this lion out of its protected area and killed it. I don't know how many shots it took him to kill the lion. And to be honest, I don't care. But let me tell you, about 3 days before the lion was killed. Oh, what memories I have about Cecil. Just days before, he was dining on a nice, warm baby deer who was about to be born. You get that? A baby deer who was about to be born. Okay, I'll explain that. Cecil was very picky on his meals. They must be alive. So the pride goes out, and they hunt, and they find deer outside of their protected area, and they took it down, and they broke its hind legs, and they delivered it and dropped it at Cecil. Cecil lied down beside this live deer, and the deer's legs still had movement, but not much. So Cecil went ahead and tore into the hind legs, and each leg he snapped the tendons so that the legs would no longer move. While lying there in severe, you know that pain is unbearable for something like that to happen even on top of a broken leg. While lying there in severe pain, unable to move any part of her hindquarters, and the mother deer lying on her side, going into shock. And then a horrible ripping sound, and the pain grew to a whole new level in this mother deer as her belly was ripped open by 3.5-inch long claws. First, out came intestines that poured onto the ground. The mother's lying down, still alive, her head up, and she's watching. And then her front legs began to flail about just a little bit. Couldn't do it much because she was quickly losing all her energy. But for a moment there, with the legs flailing about, she thought that perhaps that she could get away from this nightmare she was in, but unable to. Then Cecil saw something that intrigued him. He saw movement inside of the mother's belly, and he looked at it. He was just inches away from it. So Cecil licked his own face to get the blood off, then licked the blood from around the area where the movement was, and then he took his front paws, shoved them into that membrane, and ripped it apart as if he was opening curtains. And out comes a baby deer. This baby deer tried in vain to get on its feet while looking into the eyes of Cecil, thinking, "This is my mother." And Cecil's looking back and even licking on the baby. 6 inches away from the baby, the mother, still her head raised up, was watching the baby and even tried to lick the baby deer. But the mother was unable to move that 6 inches. The baby, for the first 10 seconds, again was trying to actually move, get up on its feet like they always do. And then suddenly, with one more lick, Cecil plunged into the baby's head large teeth that took the head off. Inside the next 2 minutes, the baby was gone. The mother laid back down and watched as Cecil then started eating her alive. The pain was gone, the fear was gone. Her eyes watched for 1 more minute. The total time passed from the time this deer was dropped at Cecil until it died was 6 long minutes. The dentist who shot Cecil is now the bad guy. Just why was Cecil a celebrity in the first place? The news reporters act as though the Lion King was killed. I just want to say that I wish the dentist was 4 days earlier. And then that way, there would be 2 more deer out on the plains and 1 less monster to take them down. And I hope one day to get a picture of that lion hanging on the wall of that dentist. I don't care how you paint pictures. If they're of that nature, I'm not interested in seeing a hero in that manner. Jody Wolf, Expoz.